ठीक है। कल yesterday we have discussed about AK GORAI and we started the first chapter and we have seen that mining is two types. Then we have seen these are the chapter of the AK GORAI. Then we have seen the reserves of world, then the production in the world, then reserve in India, then the production of the companies, then coking and non-coking and imports, characteristic of coals, analysis of coal, ultimate analysis, proximate analysis. We have find out how to what is the formula of the fixed carbon, moisture content, ash content, volatile matter. Then we go for the types of coal, coking coal, non-coking coal. Then we have discussed the caking index, protodianokova. तरुण जी, यस, धीरे धीरे हिंदी में भी बोलेंगे। मैं क्लास में आई विल बैलेंस बिटवीन द हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश, और मैं किसी भी मेथड को एक्सप्लेन करूंगा हिंदी में भी और इंग्लिश में भी, डोंट वरी। ओके, देन वी हैव डिस्कस द कंपोजिशन ऑफ द कोल गैसेस. I have told you that I have seen few questions on this. Okay, incubation period I have explained yesterday. और बोर्ड एंड पिलर वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. अगर आप बोले तो ये थोड़ा वापस देख लेते हैं. So we have discussed the board and pillar, in which we have discussed the percentage of extraction. हमने percentage of extraction का फॉर्मूला देखा था, जिसमें we have discussed that this formula is more important than this, but अपन को ये भी पता होना चाहिए, ये भी पता होना चाहिए कैसे निकलता है. ठीक है, कैसे निकालते हैं वो भी डिस्कस करा था कि we have, if the two pillar 3 or 4, this area we called tributary area, and if the width of the pillar is A and A1 and A2 and the gallery is in between this width is B, then this will be B by 2 and this is B by 2, total B हो जाएगा. तो this width will be A plus B. तो यही वाला था यहाँ पे कि पिलर की हाइट A इंटू ए, मतलब पिलर की विड्थ A इंटू ए, मतलब उसका एरिया ये इस पिलर का, ये पिलर A इंटू ए रेक्टेंगल, मतलब स्क्वायर है, स्क्वायर का A इंटू ए होता है, तो A इंटू ए बाई, इसको भी आप पिलर टाइप मान लो, बड़ा वाला पिलर, तो ये भी स्क्वायर है, तो A प्लस बी इंटू ए प्लस बी, ऐसे याद रख लेना. 1 माइनस. फिर ट्रिब्यूटरी एरिया का बताया था कि कैसे निकालना है. ट्रिब्यूटरी एरिया क्या था कि जो ये वाला है ना, तो ये तो बेसिक मैथ है कि 10th में we have discussed or we have studied in the 10th class that area of the two square, between these two square we can calculate the area. तो a प्लस बी बड़े वाले एरिया का ये एरिया हो गया, इसमें से छोटा वाला स्क्वायर का एरिया निकालेंगे तो यही वाला ट्रिब्यूटरी एरिया हो गया. ओके, सो लोड एक्टिंग ऑन द पिलर फॉर्मूला गामा डी 1 by 1 minus r. स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द पिलर, देन फैक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी. फैक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टी क्या होता है कि स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द पिलर डिवाइडेड बाय लोड एक्टिंग ऑन द पिलर. सो स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द पिलर का फॉर्मूला ये था, इसको याद रखना है, एंड लोडिंग एक्टिंग ऑन द पिलर का फॉर्मूला ये है, उसको डिवाइड कर देना है. इफ दे आस्क यू शुड नो द फॉर्मूलाज. लाइन ऑफ एक्सट्रैक्शन में बोला था आपको कि डायगोनल लाइन ऑफ एक्सट्रैक्शन इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. जनरली वी प्रिफर जनरली डायगोनल लाइन ऑफ एक्सट्रैक्शन. नाउ टुडे वी विल स्टार्ट अबाउट फ्रॉम हाइड्रोलिक माइनिंग. ठीक है, देखो हाइड्रोलिक माइनिंग में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ना, बेसिक बताऊंगा पूरे. आई विल नॉट डिस्कस डिटेल्ड मेथड्स, आई विल गिव यू द फ्यू हिंट्स बिकॉज our main job is to solve the numerical, and I will discuss only those theory which is mentioned in your AK GORAI. जो AK GORAI में थ्योरी है उतनी ही मैं कवर कराऊंगा, और जिससे कि हमारे न्यूमेरिकल सोल्व हो। बाकी जितनी भी थ्योरी है वो आपको जो अलग अलग क्लासों में पढ़ाई जाएगी, वहां से आप डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे वहां पे। ओके। सो हाइड्रोलिक माइनिंग में क्या होता है, एक जेट होता है जो हाई प्रेशर देता है जिससे हम कोल को तोड़ते हैं। उसके लिए क्या होना चाहिए, कोल शुड बी सॉफ्ट, हाई प्रेशर जेट। एंड इसमें क्या होता है हाइड्रोलिक माइनिंग में, two things going on. First, cutting of the coal, then transport. Okay, transport of the coal. तो यहाँ पे देखते हैं हाइड्रोलिक माइनिंग कंप्राइजेज ऑफ द टू ऑपरेशंस, फर्स्ट कटिंग ऑफ द कोल एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ द कोल। ठीक है, इसमें जो आपके एक के गोरे में दे रखा ना, वो आपको इट गिवन अस समरी। सो इफ any question asked from the AK Gorai, we can solve it. Or in detail, I already told you that other classes will complete your syllabus. So in this, why we do hydraulic mining? Hydraulic mining, वैसे तो सभी thickness we can do for any thickness seam, but we will prefer moderate and high. Why? If coal seam is small, it will not cost effective na. So we will consider the more width or length of the coal seam, so gradient. So if we cut the coal, the gradient of the pipes is, वैसे तो 70 डिग्री तक अपन ट्रांसपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, but gradient of the 70 degree is required to transport of the material in the steel plumes, but 40 degree material transportation possible ultra high molecular weight plastic। अगर बड़े बड़े थोड़ा बड़े बोल्डर है या वेट ज्यादा है तो उनके लिए 40 डिग्री करेंगे। सो 70 डिग्री यहाँ से ये इंपॉर्टेंट। इन AK Gorai दे हैव डिस्कस और दे हैव रिटन बिल्कुल क्रिस्प समरी। यू शुड नो ईच एंड एवरी पॉइंट कि एनी सीम 7 डिग्री एंड 40 डिग्री सॉफ्ट कोल, ठीक है, वाटर प्रेशर और मॉनिटरिंग जेट, ये इतना जरूरी नहीं है बट बेसिक यू शुड नो। सो इन द क्रिस्प पॉइंट वाइज यू शुड रिमेंबर और मग अप द थिंग्स कि थिकनेस ऑफ द सीम, एनी थिकनेस, ग्रेडियंट 70 डिग्री 40 डिग्री, फिर सॉफ्ट कोल इज रिक्वायर्ड। It is cost effective. In other method, if we are spending 100 rupees, then the hydraulic mining we required only 10 rupees. So it is a 10 times lesser than the conventional transportation. Conventional कौन सा हो गया, सोवेल एंड डंपर कॉम्बिनेशन, ये हो गया सरफेस में, और इन अंडरग्राउंड लॉन्ग वाल, बोर्ड एंड पिलर, कन्वेयर बेल्ट। सो इट इज a 10 times lesser cost effective है ना। एयर पोल्यूशन प्रॉब्लम इज लेस, वी ऑलरेडी हैव डिस्कस दैट इट इज वाटर जेट है ना, हाई प्रेशर वाटर जेट, इट विल कट, इट इज फर्स्ट इट इज अंडरग्राउंड माइनिंग, सो ऑलरेडी environmental pollution will be less. Second, it is using the water to cut the coal, so it also reduce or it will pollute less compared to other method. Productivity is higher. Productivity will definitely higher because here we are direct targeting our coal. Pipeline, suppose this is your pipe, okay, this is your pipe's diameter, then the ratio, if this is the boulder, coal boulder, if it is 1, then it is 3 times, diameter should be 3 times. The pipeline transportation of the coal, the ratio of coal pipe diameter should not be more than 1:3। ठीक है, you should mug up each and every line. Now come to auger mining. Auger mining का first I will show you a video. And second video. So I have discussed the hydraulic mining. Now I come to the auger mining. So I have seen you one video, and second video I will play it again. One of the student is commenting on the WhatsApp group that my screen and I am not audible, as well as my screen is not visible and I am not live. So please comment. Is it any difficulties are you facing? Please comment so I can start the class. Continue. Okay, thank you, Shankarji. And it's his problem, not ours. So वीडियो को स्टॉप ही करते हैं. Now come to our auger mining. So what we have discussed, what I have seen in the video, कि एक ऑगर माइनिंग होता है, मीन्स क्या होता है, एक स्क्रू टाइप का रहता है जिसमें इस टाइप का कटर होता है. ओके, इट विल कट your coal your and it will transport through this conveyor and it will directly load your truck or dumper, whatever you say. So mining method often used in the surface miner. I have seen, you have seen the video. When the overburden become too thick for the coal to be the mined economically, so large diameter space hole are drilled up to 2 feet in the coal bed by the auger. I have seen, you have seen the video of the auger drill, like a pit used for the boring hole in the wood, consisting of the cutting head with the screw. You have seen that in that video that the auger has a screw like structure, so it will break the coal and screw carry the back into the open and dump it to the elevator conveyor. ठीक है, इतना ही है ऑगर माइनिंग में. सो वी हैव डिस्कस द हाइड्रोलिक माइनिंग, देन वी हैव डिस्कस द ऑगर माइनिंग. ऑगर माइनिंग में हिंदी वालों के लिए सिंपल सी चीज है, जैसे स्क्रू होता है. स्क्रू कैसे होता है? स्क्रू ऐसा ही होता है ना, जिसमें इस टाइप की स्ट्रक्चर होती है. तो इससे ट्रांसपोर्ट होके आप लोड कर दोगे अपने डंपर में और वो उसको कैरी करके लेके चला जाएगा. और ये वाला मेथड कब यूज करते हैं? कि जब ओवरबर्डन बहुत ज्यादा हो और हमारा कोल नीचे हो, तो उसको डायरेक्ट ड्रिल करके हम उसके द्वारा निकाल लेते हैं. कंटूर माइनिंग में ऐसा कोई खास है नहीं. इट इज नॉट explainable in this class because the very few lines they have written, so you can read your well in एक ये इस in this slide. The coal seam is in the mountain terrain outcrop of the seam. Then we use the counter mining. They have already written this thing. So in DJ Desmukh or in any your class, you can read about it more. Area mining and strip mining, they have not discussed too much. Just they have important things, that area mining is surface mining, or strip mining usually associated with the coal. So now come to the thick seam mining. Okay, so first thick seam mining किसको बोलते हैं? जो thick होती है, those seams which width is more and which is not possible to excavate with single lift mining. So the mining method is the thick seam coal में 2 types होता है. एक होता है board and pillar, we use board and pillar. Second, we use long wall. In the board and pillar, you will read all these method one by one in separate videos or separate classes. I am just focusing on AK GORAI, so I can complete the theory portion as soon as possible, and we come to the numerical part. So in the thick coal seam, उसको हम बोर्ड एंड पिलर से निकाल सकते हैं with single lift or multi lift. Single lift with the board and pillar or hydraulic mining. Multi lift with stowing or multi lift with stowing except the uppermost slices. Long wall क्या होता है? सिंगल लिफ्ट से निकालो, स्लाइस मेथड से निकालो और अंडर विनिंग मेथड से. So in the GORAI, why I have put this slide in here, because in GORAI they have talked about thick seam mining, and they have discussed slice mining and sub-level caving or integrated sub-level caving. They have put only 1-2 lines, so I thought that I should explain in very quick. So slice mining, long wall में slice mining. First we will discuss slice mining, then we will go to sub-level. Have written coal seam is divided into 2 slices. In the 2 slices or more slices, into the slices, suitable thickness and individual slices are worked separately. Slices may be taken into the both ascending order or descending order. ठीक है. इसमें क्या होता है, स्लाइस मेथड में क्या होता है कि आपकी कोल सीम बहुत बड़ी है, जैसे मान लो कि 9 मीटर 8 मीटर है ना, 8 मीटर मान लो. So they will divide in slices. Okay. Then वो क्या करेंगे कि इसको जैसे स्लाइस 1 बोल दिया, स्लाइस 2 इसको बोल दिया, स्लाइस 3 बोल दिया, तो इसको बोल देंगे वो असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. ठीक है. अगर इसको S1 S2 S3 इसको बोले तो इसको बोल देंगे डिसेंडिंग. इतना ही है. ठीक है. स्लाइस माइनिंग में इतना ही उन्होंने मेंशन किया है. देन दे हैव मेंशन अबाउट सब लेवल केविंग. सब लेवल केविंग में क्या होता है, ये देखो, सब लेवल केविंग कब यूज होता है, इफ आवर सीम इज थिक, बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली थिक सीम माइनिंग ना. सो थिक सीम के लिए यूज होगा. सब लेवल केविंग 2 टाइप से होता है. इट इज 2 टाइप. फर्स्ट, सब लेवल केविंग वी आर डिस्कसिंग. सब लेवल केविंग में क्या होता है कि जैसे ये 8 मीटर, ये मान लो if the coal seam is 7.5 meter na, so we will divide in slices. Okay. This first slice, we use long wall retreating. Long wall retreating में क्या होता है, what we do in long wall retreating, this is the side view. I am making long wall top view. So suppose that this is your seam, so we will make a intake and one outlet, and we will extract this coal. Okay. And we will come back. So when we are coming back, this roof will fall. Okay. Second, this second slice we will not touch. Sub level we will not touch. And in the bottom we will also use long wall retreating. So when we are retreat, this coal, because this is soft coal, so it will break. So we are using here AFC, GOF AFC, यानी कि conveyor. So we will use GFC to transport this coal. When we are using this GOF AFC, we will not use this AFC. 2 AFC आर, दो कन्वेयर है यहाँ पे. ये कन्वेयर काम में नहीं लेंगे जब ये गोफ वाला कोला उठा रहे होंगे ना. व्हेन वी आर यूजिंग दिस AFC, we will not this AFC conveyor, this conveyor we will not use, and we will extract this coal. So this is सब लेवल केविंग. समझ गए? सब लेवल केविंग में क्या है कि थिक सीम होनी चाहिए एंड रूप. एंड टू टाइप्स ऑफ सब लेवल केविंग में क्या होगा, सब लेवल केविंग कब यूज करेंगे, सब लेवल केविंग, सब लेवल केविंग if we have a soft coal and soft roof, or hard coal and hard roof, we will use sub level caving method. So यहाँ इतना ही है. I have explained the process. अगर फिर भी दिक्कत होगा तो लास्ट में you can comment, I will explain it again. Okay, now come to integrated sub level caving. In this method, this is the top view, this is side view. We will not make 3 slices, we make only 2 slices. First this one, second is this one. We will use here long wall retreating method and extract it. When we are coming back, this coal will fall down. We use GOF AFC, मतलब conveyor, to transport this coal, and we get our integrated sub level caving. Because this is integrated coal seam hai, so we call it integrated sub level caving, sub level caving or integrated caving. Now come to the explosive parts. What is explosive and classification of explosive, type of explosive. So what is explosive? Explosive is the chemical compound when exploded by any action, heat, impact, give a large volume of gases in a very short time and high temperature and pressure. एक्सप्लोजिव मतलब सिंपल है यार कि जब आप कोई हीट इम्पैक्ट देते हो तो लार्ज अमाउंट में आपके गैसेस निकलती है जिसका टेम्परेचर हाई होता है, प्रेशर हाई होता है, उसको हम एक्सप्लोजिव बोल रहे हैं. क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एक्सप्लोजिव. क्लासिफिकेशन एक्सप्लोजिव इज बेसिकली 2 टाइप्स, low explosive and high explosive. लो एक्सप्लोजिव में क्या होगा, लो एक्सप्लोजिव, बेसिक एग्जांपल ऑफ लो एक्सप्लोजिव इज गन पाउडर. यू हैव मे सीन फायर क्रैकर, तो यहां पे ये यू फायर इट with fire, it is known as gunpowder type example. So low explosive is like firecracker, common example is gunpowder. You should know 3 points in the low explosive. First point is it is fired by सेफ्टी फ्यूज। सेकंड पॉइंट, ये VOD, velocity of detonator is low. Third point, when we blast it, effect of explosive will be low. ठीक है, we have seen the gunpowder. Now come to the high explosive. High explosive में क्या होगा? I'm just checking your comments if any, because today my net is facing difficulties. Okay, so high explosive क्या होता है? High explosive, हाई एक्सप्लोजिव में आपको डिटोनेटर की जरूरत होती है. यू नीड ए डिटोनेटर टू इनिशिएट इट, टू गिव इट शॉक, यू नीड ए डिटोनेटर. ठीक है, सो आई विल यूज, एंड द एग्जांपल ऑफ द हाई एक्सप्लोजिव क्या है? सेलरी एक्सप्लोजिव, स्पेशल जेलेटिन, TNT, अमोनियम नाइट्राइड, collodion cotton, NFO. You should mug up this example. If you get any other, you should know, because they will ask in your multi choice question that what type low explosive. You will not know colloidal cotton, so you may mark is low explosive. So you should know this is high explosive. Celery is high explosive. Specific gelatin is high explosive. TNT high explosive. Ammonium nitride is also high explosive. NFO is also explosive, high explosive. So you should search 3 to 2 point of each explosive. You may also read in our different classes. ठीक है, सभी को ये है ना एक्सप्लोजिव रट्टे होने चाहिए कि कौन सा एक्सप्लोजिव कौन सा है, इनके 2 3 पॉइंट पता होना चाहिए, है ना, जो तुम्हारे लिए बढ़िया रहेगा. कि कभी भी पूछ ले कि कौन सा लो वाला एक्सप्लोजिव है, कौन सा हाई वाला एक्सप्लोजिव है, सैलरी का क्या है, तो मैं एक एग्जांपल आपको देख के बताता हूँ. आई विल डिस्कस वन एग्जांपल, सो यू शुड मेक ए नोट्स like that. Suppose that it is ammonium nitride. Okay, so ammonium nitride, you should know this is high explosive. Second point, you should know that it is soluble in water. What it means? If any explosive is soluble in water, that means we will not use in underground, or in जहां पे पानी ज्यादा होगा we will not use. जहां वाटर ज्यादा होगा, if excess water we will not use, because it will not blast, because it will soluble in your water. So soluble in water. Third thing, we need booster to detonate it. Third, if you want to use it as a explosive, you should mix it Ng and TNT. ठीक है. Fourth, fifth point, I have discussed this is high explosive, so it is need oxidizer and cooling agent. Okay, so you should have to prepare 4-5 points on celery, special gelatin, TNT, ammonium nitride I have already discussed, NFO. So if question comes you know, or is you will also know in you whenever you go in the industry, you should also know. Okay, now come to the permitted explosive. परमिटेड एक्सप्लोजिव कौन सा होता है? जो अंडरग्राउंड के लिए सही होता है. ओके, सो एक्सप्लोजिव विच आर incapable of igniting fire dam and dust explosion. तुम लोग you will read in the coal dust explosion क्या होता है, you will also read study fire dam क्या होता है. तो जब भी फायर डैम और कोल्ड डस्ट एक्सप्लोजन जो नहीं करते हैं उन्हीं को हम बोलते हैं परमिटेड एक्सप्लोजिव. वही परमिटेड है अंडरग्राउंड में. ओके, सो the explosive incapable of igniting fire dam or coal dust explosion and can be used in the UG mining. Now come to type of explosive. There are various type of explosive. These are types. So here we should know few things. Okay, if you can remember this, you can, but you should know that P1 is permitted, P2 is not permitted. So not permitted, that means we will not use in UG. Okay, P3 is permitted, P4 explosive approved, it needs special purpose, so need permissions. P5 is used in solid blasting explosion. ठीक है, so these basic things you should know कि P1 is permitted, P2 is not permitted, P3 is permitted, P4 is approved for special purpose, P5 used in solid blasting. ओके, P1 में जैसे परमिटेड है इज इनमें कंपनी कौन कौन सी? एजेक्स, विकिंग, नॉट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इन इंडिया. तो अगर ये तुमसे याद होते हैं तो P4 इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं होता है, P1 इज आल्सो नॉट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इन इंडिया. P5 के एग्जांपल ये है और P3 के एग्जांपल ये. So if you want to know the brand name and if we will get in numerical, so we will come back, don't worry. So I am going to discuss those things which will ask, and if in the question anything will ask again or anything in the question numerical, I will discuss. Okay, available explosive energy. Explosive energy, basically we cannot know or we cannot determine the actual amount of energy. Okay, but hota kya hai? What is the explosive energy? That the energy that a explosive is able to deliver to do useful work, but many factors are involving. स्टार्टा कैसा है, ओके, ड्रिल होट में स्टेमिंग अच्छी है या नहीं है, एक्सप्लोजिव इज क्वालिटी, एक्सप्लोजिव क्वालिटी कैसी है, डिटोनेटर and ask us weathering, many things involved, so we cannot know the actual amount of energy. Absolute weight strength, relative weight strength. देखो यार ये चीजें if they will ask in the question, I will discuss it later. I don't think they will ask on this. जैसे absolute bulk strength क्या होता है? If we will multiply AWS with its density, then we know ABS explosive मतलब absolute bulk strength. Then you should know AWS AWS is a relative weight strength. That means this is the ratio of energies of the unit weight of the explosive compared to an equal weight of the ANFO. I don't know. They will ask. So if they will ask in the your numerical section, I will definitely discuss it later. So don't worry. Just mug up this formula or you should know, because I have seen many question on the power factor. Power factor hota kya hai? What is power factor? If you are using this explosive to blast this coal seam, then the ratio of the coal produced divided by explosive is known as power, powder factor. So many times this unit you should also know. This is ton by kg mein. Okay, so it will help you in A, B, C, D. They will sometimes they use ton by kg, sometimes they use kg by ton. So you should know. So it is the coal produced per kg explosive is known as powder factor. For solid blasting, it is lies within the 1.5 to 2.5. For the cut blasting, it is lied by 4 to 6 ton. ये इतना जरूरी नहीं है. You should know this formula for our numerical questions, because they will give you the structure or area, means and they will ask about they will give you the explosive and they can say us find out the powder factor, or they give us powder factor and they can ask us coal production if they have given us the explosive requirement. Okay, maximum permissible charges in the short hole. देखो, we have seen the last ppt that P2 is not permittable or P4 is required special permission. यहाँ देखा था ना भाई कि P2 is not permittable एंड P4 के लिए स्पेशल परमिशन चाहिए अपन को. सो ये डीजीएमएस के द्वारा है, ये एक के गोराई है. सो उसके अकॉर्डिंग बता रहा मैं. P1 is used in degree 1, P3 also degree 1, P5 or P6. P1 used in cut face 800 gram, maximum 800 gram in cut face. I have not discussed cut face solid blasting because I thought you should know the cut blasting. Cut face means this is coal, you cut this one to provide a free face, so your coal will blast. If it is open cast, so you, because if you want to blast it, it will fall down. But in underground you do not have a face, so you cut, so you will get a free face and it will blast. Many times if your face is like this, you hold in mid and drill, so and use detonator, delayed detonator, so it will blast, then blast, then blast. Okay, it work like that. Okay, so P1 is degree 1 for cut face. P1 और P3 कट फेस के लिए यूज हो रहा. P1 P मतलब P1 P2 P2 और P3 P4 का तो यूज ही नहीं है ना. बाकी बचे P1 P3 and P5. So it will use in cut face, so we can use anyone. But for solid blasting we use P5, so you should know this one. Okay, or you should also know if they ask that in the degree 3 which type of explosive you know need, so you know degree 1, degree 2, degree 3 we need P3. Okay, P1 or P5 we do not use in degree 2 and degree 3. We only use P3. And the requirement of the maximum permissible charges, P1 use 800, P3 use 1000 gram, P5 1000 gram, on P5 565 gram. ठीक है, P1 P3 P5, P1 P3 P5 we use in cut phase, but for the solid blasting we use only P5. For the degree 1 degree 2 degree 3 we only use P3. ठीक है, इतना ठीक है. ये देखो, coal must be the pre-cut to provide free face, and the length of the short hole must be 15 centimeter length. I have told you that this is same. You will drill this one, so it is cut face. It will be 15 centimeter less than. So what we have discussed, board and pillar, yesterday we have discussed thoroughly. Today we have revised it. Okay, we have seen what is the percentage of extraction, dimension of the pillar, tributary area, loading acting of the pillar, strength of the pillar, safety of the pillar, line of extraction. Then we have discussed the hydraulic mining. What is auger mining? We have seen the videos. Contour mining we have not seen. We have just discussed that this is on the high hill area. If the outbreak of the coal, we use there. Area and mining I have not discussed. You should read if you know, if you think it is important. Okay. Then we have seen the thick seam mining method. In the thick seam mining method, slice method we have discussed, ascending, descending, ascending, descending. Then we have seen the sub-level caving. Then we have seen integrated sub-level caving. Okay, then we have discussed the explosive, definition of explosive, classification of the explosive low and high, permitted explosive in using UZ P1, P3, P5. Type of explosive देखे, characteristic of explosive, available of explosive energy we have discussed, AWS, RWS we have not seen, relative bulk strength, power factor I told you it is important, maximum permissible charges in a hole we have discussed. Okay, now we should discuss comment if anyone have any issue. Okay, comment please if you want anything to discuss again. Shankarji, we will go today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, definitely, or tomorrow, because we do not have too much in the unit 1. So definitely we will discuss problem after day or tomorrow in itself. Deflection I have already, अरे यार कैसे बताया जाए, रुको. डिफ्लेक्शन जैसे टाइम लगता है यार, आई डोंट find out it again. The action of heating a substance until it burn away. Deflection I will explain. Suppose that if this is your low explosive or it is gun, So when you will fire, it will take time to ignite the your gunpowder. So it is known as deflection, deflagration. Sorry for pronunciation. Okay, P1 to P5, P3. Where P3 manufacturing? What is charge? Charge factor, amount of explosive required for breaking of 1 cubic meter volume of the rock, which is charge factor. Okay, Mahendra ji, charge factor I have already discussed. Sorry, I didn't discuss, but I have told you what is charge factor. Means amount of explosive. जो पाउडर फैक्टर होता है सिमिलरली वैसा ही है, बट वो रॉक के केस में, specific rock case में P3, P3, P1 to P5. What P1 to P5? I have to explain again. A problem tomorrow. Please give us PDF file of classes which are completed, sir. PDF. Okay, I will talk to the management what they say, or if I or okay, I will send it. Don't worry. So you don't make your notes. You should prepare your notes because notes will help you in the examination. So, do you want again to discuss detonator today itself? देखते कितना बाकी है. Okay, tomorrow we will start from your new first chapter 1.1 numericals. So okay, today we will discuss detonator also. So tomorrow we will only have drilling and subsidence. Then we will go to numerical. Tomorrow everybody will revise every concept and every formula. ठीक है. Detonator. What is detonator? Why we use detonator? As I said, detonator use in the high explosive. लो एक्सप्लोजिव में नहीं चाहिए था, हाई एक्सप्लोजिव में चाहिए था. ओके, सो डिटोनेटर, व्हाई वी रिक्वायर डिटोनेटर? सपोज दिस इज योर फेस. ओके, सो you will drill a hole, bore hole for the free face. Now you will drill various pattern, diamond drilling, burn cut, whatever you want. Okay, so I am not making accurately, but I just want to explain the concept. So you use delay, जैसे 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond, then 2 millisecond, 2 millisecond, 2 millisecond, 2 millisecond, then 3, 3, 3. What it means? When we will blast it, so this 1 millimeter will firstly break, then second, then third, and we will get our blasted face. Okay, for this process we need detonator for it is delay detonator which I have discussed. Other plain detonator, and third is ordinary electrical detonator. डिले डिनोनेटर हाफ सेकेंड जिसको लॉन्ग डिले बोलते हैं, और मिली सेकेंड विच वी कॉल इट शॉर्ट डिले. Okay, so detonator is basically three types: plain detonator, delay detonator, ordinary electrical detonator. Delay detonator is also two types: long delay, short delay. Long delay, that means half second. Short delay means millisecond. Ordinary electrical detonator means low tension and high tension, not used in the mining. No, high tension ordinary electrical detonator is not used in mining. तो अगर if they have put this specifically, you should remember these points. ठीक है. Now come to velocity of detonator, VOD. I have told you in the low explosive that it has VOD, low VOD, है ना. So what is VOD? VOD is velocity. VOD is the speed that detonator wave travel through the explosive. That means if this is your explosive, so it will burn. So speed that detonator wave travel through explosive, usually expressed in the meter per second, ms में लिखते हैं. सो अब सपोज दैट कैसे डिस्कस करते हैं इसको, देखो. Suppose that this is your drill hole. Okay. So you will put explosive, you will put detonator, then you use stemming. Okay. So for VOD, which thing it will affect? क्या क्या VOD को इफेक्ट करेगा? पहला, डायमीटर ऑफ द होल. फर्स्ट अफेक्ट करेगा डायमीटर. सेकेंड, स्टेमिंग. थर्ड, detonator itself or explosive itself. Or fourth, density of rock. So rock type, charge diameter, explosive density, particle size, degree of confinement, and primer. So I have discussed velocity of detonator. ठीक है, क्या होता है वेलोसिटी डिटोनेटर, सबको पता होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज VOD. देन डिटोनेटिंग प्रेशर. डिटोनेटिंग प्रेशर क्या होता है? प्रेशर इन द डिटोनेशन रिएक्शन जोन एज इट प्रोग्रेस अलोंग द चार्ज. फॉर्मूला याद रख लो बस. डिटोनेटर प्रेशर का क्या होता है? 0.25 मल्टीप्लाई बाय VOD का स्क्वायर इनटू डेंसिटी. यू शुड रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्मूला. If they ask questions, we will use this formula. Type of detonator. We have talked plain detonator, ordinary electrical detonator, and delay detonator. So type, only this one is delay detonator, other are not delay detonator. ये सब fire instantly. बेस चार्जिंग PTN यूज होगा सभी में. Priming charge ASA, fired by ignited by safety fuse. I have told you that if it is a gunpowder, you can direct fire like firecracker. In plain detonator, you also have to ignite with safety fuse. Ordinary electrical detonator passing electrical current through the fuse head. इनमें इलेक्ट्रिकल, ये तार होगा, इसको आप इलेक्ट्रिकल करंट से जोड़ेंगे एंड तुम ब्लास्ट करेंगे ऑर्डिनरी. सो इन डिले डिटोनेटर एंड ऑर्डिनरी इलेक्ट्रिक डिटोनेटर you use electricity. You do not need electricity for plain detonator. डिले एलिमेंट एब्सेंट, इनमें कॉपर एंड बास स्लीव्स का डिले एलिमेंट होता है. PETN everybody know, I think, penta entheno nitrate. This is important because this is DGMS. For non delay detonator for the BOA is solid blast, the maximum delay period between the first and last shot is 150 millisecond in degree 1 and degree 2 and 100 millisecond for degree 3. इससे क्या समझ में आया? What do you understand from it? So if you blast this first hole, suppose that 1 millisecond, and this is your last hole, these four, if your last hole, then if you have put 1 millisecond this, then 150 millisecond for degree 1 and degree 2 and 100 millisecond for degree 3. Degree 3 should blast early because this is degree 3. Degree 1 or degree 2 you can take more time to blast a phase, but for degree 3 you have to blast very fast, so we using less delay. So 100 millisecond for degree 3 and for degree 1 and degree 2 150 millisecond. Or if we are blasting two conjugated shots, it should not be exceed than 60 millisecond. If the two hole near, their distance should be 0.6 meter, more than 0.6 meter, and their delay between two consecutive shots should be 60 millisecond. So in this, whatever we have studied, that first and second hole, first and last hole blasted for first and second degree, it is 150 millisecond. For third degree same, it should be 100 millisecond. For two consecutive holes, delay should be millisecond and distance between the 0.6 मीटर. मतलब अगर पहली डिग्री 1 और डिग्री 2 हुआ तो 150 मिलीसेकंड का ही फर्स्ट और लास्ट होल ब्लास्ट होगा, उसमें अंतर होना चाहिए, और थर्ड वाले में 100 मिलीसेकंड होना चाहिए. और अगर दो होल पास के होल ब्लास्ट कर रहे हो तो उनके बीच की दूरी 0.6 मीटर होना चाहिए और उनके बीच में जो डिले होता है वो 60 मिली सेकेंड होना चाहिए. ठीक है, ड्रिलिंग पैटर्न कल डिस्कस करेंगे. सो एक बार मैं वापस शुरू से बता देता हूं मैंने क्या क्या डिस्कस करा, फिर आपके कमेंट एक बार देख लेंगे. सो आई एम गोइंग टू रिवाइज and then I will see your comment if you face any problem. I started from the board and pillar, which we have discussed yesterday. Then I started hydraulic mining ki ek high pressure jet transportation cutting both happen. We use hydraulic mining में any seam thickness but prefer modern and high, 70 degree 40 degree 70 degree 40 degree. Then we come to soft coal, water pressure jet. Then the cost is 10 times lesser, air pollution less, productivity higher. Pump and diameter means coal and pump diameter, pipe diameter should be 1:3, not more than. Auger drilling, we have discussed that screw type auger we hole, it will come out and we will transport it. Contour mining, in the heel area, the coal seam, outback of coal seam, we will plane it and extract it. Area mining, strip mining, then we have seen the thickness seam mining method, board and pillar, long wall, board and pillar, single lift, multi lift. Single lift में board and pillar hydraulic mining, multi lift में multi lift with stowing and multi lift with stowing except long wall. long wall में single lip, slice lip, under winning. Slice method, we have discussed that slice method, inclined slices, horizontal slices, diagonal slicing, and then we have discussed slicing. Descending means 1 2 3, ascending means 1 2 3, and ascending descending. Then we have seen sublevel caving. We make 3 slices, we extract with sub long wall retreating method. Then we, in the bottom slice, we will use sub long wall retreating. When we go coming the soft rock cave, it is sublevel. So when sublevel cave, it is known as sublevel caving. So when this coal is fall down, we are using the GOF AFC conveyor to extract it. It is not sublevel caving, it is integrated sublevel caving. So we only use two slicing. We will use long wall retreating method, and it will cave. We will extract from GOF AFC. When we are using GOF AFC, we will not use face AFC, because these both conveyor we cannot use simultaneously. And then we have discussed about definition of explosive, classification of explosive, low explosive, high explosive. Low explosive is example is gunpowder, and in the low explosive, effect of the explosive is low, fired but with the effect effect low, fired by safety fuse, and VOD is low. Then we have discussed about high explosive. High explosive, we have discussed about examples like celery, special gelatin, TNT, ammonium nitride, and we have discussed that ammonium nitride, which is the high explosive, it is soluble in water. What is means of soluble in water? That means we cannot use this ammonium nitride where the water is excess. It should be cap sensitive. It is detonated by booster. It should be if we want to use it explosive, we should mix with the anti Ng and TNT. Please read explosive example in detail, at least 4 to 5 points. Then we have discussed about explosive, permitted explosive, type of explosive. Like we said, P2 and P4 we don't use, P1 and P3 P5, P1 P. Then we have discussed this powder factor, explosive required to blast a area. So then the coal production divided by explosive required, P1 P3 P5, the amount or maximum amount 80 800 1000 and 565. P1 P3 P5 we can use for the cut phase, but P3 is only used for degree 1, degree 2, degree 3. P5 used for solid blasting. Then we use detonator, planned detonator, delayed detonator, ordinary electrical detonator. Then we have discussed about type, base, fire, delay, and DGMSCA stipulation. So now comment if anything you want to say. Otherwise tomorrow we will, please revise so we can solve